If Israel were to act unilaterally and Iran were then to act and drive the price of oil up, how will conservative talk radio help support Americans in standing by Israel?
I think one of the very important points that has been made recently is, and it's very important for all of the United States, is the one time that this country came closest to nuclear war was when Russia put its missiles in Cuba. And there's an interesting question, which is, and it's asked by new work on the Cuban Missile Crisis, why would Nikita Khrushchev have risked so much to move missiles to Cuba? And the answer was, they knew their long-range missiles didn't work, but their short-range missiles did. And the entire story of Ahmadinejad and Hugo Chavez and that whole Iran, Tehran, Caracas axis is about moving Iranian missiles to Venezuela. That's not a threat to Israel, that's a threat to the United States of America. And Americans need to know that that is very, I mean, it's not just a threat to the oil supply, it's a threat to the lives of Americans. And I do believe that when Americans are polled on this, they understand that Israel may, God forbid, I hope that Israel does not have to act, but that Israel may have to act. If it's an existential threat, certainly Israelis are ready. I'm very moved by the fact, and it's something I've talked about, that they've actually already asked for volunteers on any potential mission from the Israeli Air Force to Iran. And this is a mission from which not all the pilots will return. It won't be like the hitting the Iraqi reactor in 1981. And they have 3 times the number of volunteers they could possibly use.
Can you envision the sentiment turning, popular sentiment turning against American Jews, if not against supporters of Israel of any faith?
I do not. I do not. I do not view the Americans, if we have some kind of economic crisis based upon the struggle in the Middle East, I don't believe that the support will turn against Israel. I think, frankly, and it's strange to say so, among many Americans, there is more confidence and trust toward Prime Minister Netanyahu, especially after his outstanding speech to the United Nations, than there is toward President Obama. And there was, remember in 1967, after 67, there was a T-shirt that they sold that said, "Don't worry, America, Israel is behind you." And it was meant as a joke. But I think that regarding Iran, there are a lot of Americans who do feel that way. And not all of them Jews by any means.
Thank you very much.